Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danelia, if you don't already know. So today, as you've already seen by the title, I'm just going to be doing a part 2 kind of thing of my like top 10, you know, I never remember the name of that video. The top 10 best series to watch during lockdown. So obviously we are in another lockdown for like another, I don't know, 2 weeks? I think 2 weeks now, maybe less than 2 weeks now, I don't know. You know, if you're looking for something to watch, even if it's not during lockdown, these shows lit. So obviously I did do another video, so if you want even more series to watch, I suggest going to watch that video. I really plugged you. So the first one is Gossip Girl. I didn't mention this last time, and I'm really shocked because I was rewatching Gossip Girl for like the umpteenth time. Literally I don't know how many times I've watched Gossip Girl all the way through. It's just so good. Like the drama, like the lifestyle, the upper class, this whole life that the majority of us couldn't even dream of living kind of thing, and all of like the drama and negatives that come with that lifestyle. Like it's a whole different world. And then what on top of that, it's like there's this anonymous person recording and reporting everyone's life, like the biggest secrets, things that they don't want people to know. It's so lit. Gossip Girl is so lit. I'm pretty sure everyone knows like the storyline behind Gossip Girl. Girl or boy, anyone can watch it. The characters, that show, amazing. 10 out of 10. That's why I've literally rewatched it 50,000 times, and it came out like 10 years ago. This is the only one that I'm going to suggest twice because it is my baby. Grey's Anatomy. They've just dropped season 17. Yeah, obviously I'm up to date. They've just dropped season 17. Tell me why, like, they've based it on corona, they've based it on COVID, as in the pandemic that we're currently going through. They've adapted that, and I know they started filming before and they had to stop filming, I'm quite sure. So like the way they've done it is they've made sure that they've incorporated corona but still stuck to the original storyline. It's sick. Tell me, what kind of show is that adaptable? Right, the drama. It's one of those shows where they're not afraid to kill anyone off, as in you can love this character, they can be gone next week. And I love shows like that because, you know, there's certain shows where I'm like, oh, that person's not gonna die, they're the main character. No, like it's not an issue. No, no baby, not all Grey's Anatomy. They will kill anyone, and I love that. It just makes it so great. You are always on your toes with that show. It's amazing, literally top notch, one of my favourite shows of all time. Enough said. The next show that I would recommend is Humans. I actually have lost my place with Humans, so I'm still trying to get back to it. It's really good. It's about these synths, so it's like they're not human, they're kind of like robots, but they're very like advanced, modern day, not even modern day, more so futuristic robots. But it's like they have consciousness, but it's kind of like hidden within their code. So it's like when they come to life, basically if you're a synth that is conscious, it's just it's peak. But I don't know how to explain it because I'm not good at explaining shows, so I don't know why I make these videos, but it's so good. It's like they kind of have to hide, and there's this whole secret kind of, I wouldn't say army, but rebellion, when the synths are conscious, and some obviously are unconscious, and they're kind of like slaves when they're unconscious for humans. Next show I'm gonna suggest is an old show, My Babes. If you watched my video with my sister when it was the effect of having African parents on mental health, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But I mentioned how I consistently watch Girlfriends over and over and over. Like it's one of those shows I've been watching since I was literally a kid, and I can watch it all the time, over and over and over and over and over. I had to like watch some bootleg versions on YouTube, but now finally they've dropped it on Netflix. Finally, in 2020 they've dropped it on Netflix in the UK. So I definitely suggest watching Girlfriends. If you've never watched it before, definitely watch it. If you've watched it before, you can literally watch that over and over from the beginning to end. Girlfriends is so funny. Like it's about 4 black females and like their life in like the corporate world, their everyday life, like the search for love, the drama, the friendship drama, toxic friendships. It's so funny, but it's also so good and serious. And like you see the progression from season 1 to season 8, like lit. Girlfriends, one of my favourite shows of all time. I don't keep saying that. I said about Girlfriends and Grey's, but yeah, it's literally so amazing. 10 out of 10. Queen of the South. Now this is about kind of like a drug lord lady. What do you call any sort of lady? She started off as like a drug mule, but then she worked her way up, and like it's about, I don't want to say too much, but it's sick. If you know you like those kind of shows where it's about like drugs, the sell of drugs and like that kind of lifestyle, the violence. Obviously it's a bit explicit at points, but if you're old enough, then watch it. Vampire Diaries and the originals. Again, an old series that you should have watched. If you're watching this and you haven't already watched it, just go and watch it now. So sick. Vampire Diaries starts off kind of slow. When I was younger, it took me a while to get into it. Maybe like a few episodes though. Obviously it's about vampires and like werewolves and stuff, but it's really good. Like, it's still grown up. The originals is way more grown up than Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries is still kind of high schoolish, but it's still so good. Like, the characters, Elena will get on your nerves. I'll tell you that for free. She will get on your nerves. And when her voice goes Klaus, and she gets all nasally, when she cries, oh, she's so jarring. But she plays another character basically, and it's funny because that other character isn't annoying, it's just Elena, but it's so good, full of drama, full of love triangles, very sticky, weird love triangles. The originals gets even better. It's very rare that you'll find a spin-off that is better than the original. See what I did there? Klaus, favourite character, he is nuts. Klaus is nuts, but it makes it so great. Again, it's all about like vampires, but family tied in with that, love, drama. Again, you don't know who can die in that show. Okay, next show, Greenleaf. Since we're talking about characters that piss you off, Charity Greenleaf. If you've watched this before, yeah, like if you're watching this and you've watched Greenleaf, just let me know if you hate Charity too, because I think it's a universal thing that Charity is so annoying. She's literally, there are times when I wanted to stop watching the show because of Charity, simply because of Charity, but because it's a good show, I kept pushing. Just, you know, her scenes, my face was always screwed, let me not lie. Greenleaf as a show, it's basically about this black family, and like they're like a church-based family. Like the dad's the reverend, the mum is a part of the church too, and the whole family basically, they are like the head of the church, they own the church. They're really rich, and it's kind of like, you would think, oh, a reverend, the whole family, you're all a part of the church, they own the church, everyone's perfect, everyone's good. No, there's some hidden secrets, dirt, drama, betrayal. Oh my gosh, like you would not think you would get so much drama and dirt in a show about a church. Nah, it's literally, everything is not what it seems in that show. Penultimate one, Power. I don't get how in this day and age you haven't watched Power, but if you haven't watched Power, watch Power. I think there's a spin-off as well, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Ghost or something like that. I think apparently that's really good, so I even need to watch that. So 2 suggestions actually, Power and Ghost. This kind of 11 series you should watch. Again, it's kind of like it's around drugs and like the sale of it, and kind of like how they wash their money, all the violence and drama and setups and betrayal and love. Oh gosh, love, all that stuff. Family even. And last but not least, The Society. The thing about The Society is that it's been cancelled. Let me tell you that first, which is really annoying because it ends on a cliffhanger, but I would still say it's still worth watching. Like, it's about these kids that end up in like this different world. So basically they're going on a school trip and they're on the school bus, but they all fall asleep somehow, and they wake up and it's like they're back home, but it's not home. Like, no one is there. It looks exactly the same. There's no drive. Like, I think the driver drives off once they get out, but obviously they're thinking that they're back and their parents are there. No one is there, and they're just left. From what it seems, that it's some sort of like social experiment, but how do they get to like a whole different world? They have to fend for themselves. If you've read Lord of the Flies, it's that kind of vibe, where they have to like fend for themselves. People turn against each other, people go like crazy because they're left alone, because they're kids, they're left alone, like killing stuff. They have to figure out how to survive in this different world where there's literally nothing. They're gonna run out of resources, someone has to become the leader, the corruption happens. Like, it's nuts. It's so good, and it ends on one crazy cliffhanger, and it's been cancelled, but I would still say watch it. Like, I still definitely do suggest that show. Anyways, so I'm gonna leave it there. Those are my top 10, kind of 11 because I gave you an extra bonus series that I think you should watch this lockdown / after this lockdown. Remember to watch my other video because I've got 10 more series that I didn't mention here that I mentioned in that video, and I'm really good when it comes to shows, so personally I would listen to me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video with a friend, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Excuse me? Excuse me please. Excuse me.
Sir.